Yo, let me fix my radio. Brad. Here we go. AG, I got you. Woo. Yeah. Now, who's up and coming? What's coming up? We talking television, film, entertainment and such. The hottest topics, yeah, we got it in the clutch. Sports, fashion, politics, now who better than us? Here's what you do. Get in the loop. Check out the truth. Industry scoop. Here's what you do. Get in the loop. Check out the truth. Industry scoop. That's right. Industry scoop. That's right. Industry scoop. That's right. Industry scoop. That's right. Industry scoop. For all your hottest topics that's in the news. Yeah, it's going down at the industry.
Hey, welcome. So we're back at it. This is Industry Scoop. Thanks for tuning in. I'm your girl, Genya Nooks, entrepreneur, filmmaker, Laugh app creator. Y'all go download that Laugh app. Cackles.
Shameless plug. Yeah, you go.
Plug.
It's Dwayne Boyd. I'm here making sandwiches, doing whatever I need to do. So it's for real.
This is Sean Larkins, your midday DJ. No, that's just what's up, man? This is Sean Larkins. Hit me on the gram, Sean SEAN_Larkins, if you want to join the tens of people who are currently following me.
Tens of tens.
That's right.
All right.
So there is so much to talk about. Oh my goodness. Okay, what's up with your cousin Trump?
Oh, first of all, he's not my cousin. We're not related, so don't even start that rumor. No, but you know what, man? I'm just not even going to acknowledge that man as the president right now. He hadn't proven himself to me to be.
Is today the 20th?
Huh?
It's
Tomorrow.
Okay. Well,
You know,
tomorrow.
I'm holding on to the last few hours, few minutes, few seconds of Obama.
Jesus.
You know,
Obama said he's going on vacation.
He deserves it. He deserves it. He put up with pure hell for the last 8 years with people.
He sure did.
You know, so I respect everything he's done, but Trump is not, to me, ready to be a president. So you got to prove something to me. You can't just jump in and say I'm the president.
Hollywood is not feeling Trump.
Nobody's feeling really Trump.
Oh my
Nobody.
goodness.
Even the people that voted him are now saying, "Wait a minute, what do we do here?" I mean, the man gets on Twitter and just goes back and forth with
Like
people
a child.
Like a kid. Why would you even, you don't have time to acknowledge simple stuff anymore. Now it's about bigger issues like, real health care because you don't want Obamacare. Do something about the real health care. Do something on your own. Make your own mark. You can't be Twitter beefing with Ronda Rousey. What the hell's wrong with you?
And Meryl Streep, overrated actress. He is just making himself look
John
stupid.
Lewis.
That was
Exactly.
He dogged the whole city of Atlanta out. That was just wrong. As a president, you can't say things like that.
That's okay. You can't. He acts like he doesn't have to go to these places. Like you gonna just dog Mexico. Like you gonna have to go there one day.
Right. Yeah. Right. And I mean, even right here.
Yeah. Now
you're
you
gonna
can't
come
come
to
to
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
You're not gonna have any support.
I think that what Trump has to realize is that the way he ran, he can never ever come at us any other way because now we know who you are, and that's the problem. We're not going to respect you as a president, and because you don't respect us. That's one thing about Obama's, man. When they were in office, and I'm saying it already like they're gone, they got one more day. But when they were in office, man, they even if you threw hate at them, they responded with love, and that to me was the benchmark of a great leader.
That's the epitome of grace.
They always kept their composure, no matter what.
Leadership.
They didn't get pissed off, and they was disrespecting Obama. And while he was in office, these other lawmakers, he never came back.
But I will say this: the Trump that you see, and the ridiculousness is the reason he is the president.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is the reason. Had he conformed to how people wanted him,
Right.
the people that love it would never voted for him.
That's true.
It would have been same old.
Yeah,
They
and
didn't want
you
same
look
old,
at
same
how
old.
stupid and ridiculous the things he says. You're like, how could he? And they like, that's what I've been looking for all my life.
Right.
It just shows you the climate of the country right now too. It's like we back in 1960, to be honest with you. To be completely honest,
Yeah.
we're having things happen that you wouldn't think would happen in 2017.
Well, it's just this country's really showing its true colors. We can say we're not racist. This is a very racist country.
It really is. See, I'm from the Midwest, and I go home and see. I live in Atlanta, and Atlanta's the land of promise, opportunity. When I go home, I'm reminded where I'm at. What's happening. And how the country responds to people of color.
Let me ask y'all this then. And everybody is upset about Trump, and I am too. I was upset, but I look at it like I'll just say this: I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry for 4 years.
No.
Right.
I'm not gonna sit around and complain, bitch. Listen, when Obama got in office, it was a third of this country that thought it was Armageddon.
Right.
Did they die?
Did you die though?
Did you die though? You made it through.
Right.
So just like us. Okay, this is the end of the world. It's not.
No.
We'll be.
not our guy, so
We'll
we
be.
gotta-
Obama
we'll be-
said that in his speech. He was like, "It's not the end of the world."
Yeah, it's
He
gonna
said that.
be fine.
Right.
This is just not our guy.
It's not our guy, but he is your president. Just like them people's like, Obama ain't my president. Yeah, he is.
Mm-hmm.
He is your president. Well, no matter what you want to say about
So
it.
just keep working, keep doing your thing.
I'm gonna be a millionaire with or without him.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You know, when he got in office, everybody was pissed or whatever. But I said, wait a minute. What if he shows you how to make some money?
Right.
Exactly.
Do that, you know?
This is another thing I talked to my mother about. What if? Now I'm not saying I support him, but what if he turned out to be one of the biggest blessings in the black community? You just never know.
Right.
What if he don't really care, but he appoint the right people
But you know,
who actually
you know,
make some?
Yeah, you can say that, but you know, so for us to say, okay, what if he does great for black? But what about other races that he's criticized in different ways? And that's why I think we have to have somebody who's very inclusive. And Obama was like that. You know, he
But
did
let me
a
ask
lot-
you- well,
He's
let me ask you-
not. So what you're saying
Let me ask
is
you
just
this.
like make
By
the best
default.
of it.
Let me ask you this. Let me be real, because I honestly don't think the president affects your life that
No, he
personally.
doesn't at all. At all.
So how different was your life when Bush was in office and when Obama was in office?
No, a lot of people have health care now. What are you talking about?
Okay, that's one. What else?
The education system is
No.
she didn't believe what she was saying. The education
No.
system, I guess.
Honestly, how did y'all? I made more money when Bush was in office than when Obama was in
I made
office.
more money when Clinton was in office. No, I didn't. No, but the economy
I was
better.
five.
The
I don't
economy
know
was better.
anything y'all
Everybody
talking
didn't take a
about.
trip when
Yes.
Clinton was in office. But that was also a downfall because the things that the Clintons had happen while they were in office end up biting us back. In the
no.
economy.
What is important is morality. You got to
Morality
understand
isn't very
when
important.
Obama, little African American kids see the president as a black
It's a
man.
black thing, guys. We can't always make it just
No,
a
no,
black
no.
thing.
But yeah,
I'm just saying, what did he? You're asking me what he did for me.
You look at places like Chicago. Chicago, under Obama, is one of the worst cities. I mean, has been under his worst times ever.
and he's the senator.
I'm not saying, but
No.
is that on Obama? Not necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
It's just under his administration. So it's a double-edged sword.
I think a lot has changed. You got to think about it. Obama, the borders, like Cuba. Now we can travel to Cuba. That affects our life.
Now that Trump's in office, that may change.
That's what I'm saying. The president affects your life. He does.
He does affect your
Yes.
life, but it does not overshadow when we overlook the local government, which really affects
Well,
your
definitely,
life.
definitely.
Midterm elections is what really affects your life, and we don't go out and we don't vote. So all these laws are passed locally, and you got sheriffs in your city, in your town, that truly affect your life.
True. True.
And
true,
we
true.
didn't have a lot of things happen that on a larger scale that didn't affect us at all, which I agree with Sean. But at the same time, I think that it shows the face of America, and we want people to be able to do deals with America still because they like the person they're dealing with.
Right.
Now, you got to think about trade. Like, this stuff affects our life. Everything that you look says made in
Prices
China,
go up
made in
because people
India,
don't wanna
made
deal
in
with Trump.
China.
Prices
So-
will go up because Trump don't want certain people dealing with us.
Exactly. Gas.
Yeah.
Gas was down when Obama was president. They didn't give him the credit.
Y'all don't even start talking
Yeah,
about that.
I don't
I don't
know.
think
That's
we need
ignorant.
Gas. I think it's free energy. I think we're being duped with gas, to be honest with you, because they're using gas as a reason for us to spend money.
That ain't
on it.
never going
We
to
don't need
change.
it. No,
So
what they
we
don't-
want it
they
to
don't
be
want it to change.
$2.
Right.
We don't want it to
Right,
be
we got
$5.
like my boy has the Tesla now. We don't even need gas anymore.
You never
They
did
don't-
gas. The electric car was shot down 15 years ago.
Right.
The whole industry because of oil companies.
Oh yeah, they don't want to lose that money, man. They want to keep that. And right now, the whole thing with this free energy thing, they're trying to shut that down and create problems for that. So, we can talk about that all. I'm a conspiracy theorist, so we can talk about that all day long.
So you got to get out of here as soon as the show over and catch that flight to DC because you're going to inauguration, right?
No, thank you. Hey, I think if anybody shows up at the inauguration right now, and you have,
Well, what you said, Chris Michelle will be there,
yeah,
right?
she's performing for. This has been reported that she's performing for $750,000.
Okay.
Now. That sounds like a
I'ma
nice
get that
check.
check, though.
That sounds
I'ma
like a
get
nice
that
check.
check. I don't
But
care.
Are you okay with that being your last final check from
It's
anybody ever?
not.
You don't know
America's
that.
very
It could be career
forgiving.
suicide. A lot of people turned it down.
No.
And Trump is not pissing off us, just black folks. It's pissing off a lot of different people.
But that's also now it's dividing us. It's like, are you with him or you with us?
Right.
Now you got to take us. Now you
No,
got.
I'm about that paper because I got to feed
Well, Steve Harvey got in trouble for even talking to him, meeting with him.
Yeah. Now he's.
Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
Well, so what do you think about Steve Harvey meeting with?
You know, again, I think that whenever they designate certain people as this is the black go-to person for the African American people, you know, I think it's gonna be a problem because we haven't that was the biggest thing with Al Sharpton for so long. When did he become our spokesperson? You know,
I mean, y'all can say whatever y'all want to say, but if y'all get a call, if Trump call you today,
right
out there, you can be like, "What? Donald Trump? Yeah, I need you to come to Washington." Da, da, da. You will be on a plane.
How much are we talking? How much are we talking? How much are we talking?
I need you to be in charge of the whole acting section. The whole
reporting for duty, Mr. Trump. No, I wouldn't. No. I'm gonna tell you.
Like,
I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, that's the thing. You say it until you
Sean,
get that call.
I need you to be in charge of the comedy world for the whole
you are
Washington region.
You are my African American comedy guy.
You're gonna be like, y'all, he's not that bad.
You're right.
He's not that bad.
He'll come back as spokesperson for the.
Okay, you will be on the plane, so don't act like.
But you gotta look. You gotta look at the downside of it. I mean, you finna be called every coon.
Yeah, that's true.
And
in
you
the
gonna be like,
book.
It'll be all right.
It's tough.
They'll
man.
get over it.
It's tough.
Will
I'm
they?
gonna need to get this check right
Will
now.
they get over it?
They will. Everybody forget. You forgot
You
about
was eating before Trump.
Kim Kardashian, right?
What'd she do?
Didn't she do a sex tape? You forgot about that.
Oh, that's what-
Well, that sex tape boosted her a lot.
Yeah. That's like, and then people started doing sex tapes to get on. That became a thing.
My point is, this too shall pass. Let me get this check right quick. This too shall pass. How about Steve Harvey is hosting the Miss Universe contest again?
Oh, isn't he co-owner of that or something like that? Doesn't he have
don't know.
stake?
yeah,
might
but that mistake he made.
You know what?
last
You know
year-
what though? No, I'm gonna tell you that ended up helping it because nobody was talking about that anymore. Nobody. It's like the circus. Who cares in now? The circus is dying. You know, they're taking away the circus. I would have never thought that the circus, but I said, you know what? You're right. Nobody cares about tigers and elephants anymore. Going to see them in the circus.
Oh my!
Care about
Animal rights. Animal rights stopped that.
Oh really?
Yeah, they said they.
I'm just thinking the kids are not interested anymore because they're like into.
Have we switched subjects? What's
electronics
going
and
on?
stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna just effortlessly move.
Yeah, y'all
Effortlessly
seamlessly moving
to.
to. Okay, so we're talking about the circus.
Still another dimension.
I was still on Chrisette Michelle.
He was on for V's. It's only at one
Right.
That's an inside joke, y'all.
Mandela effect is real. Y'all playing. Y'all gonna wake up and y'all gonna be on the plantation again.
This conspiracy theories.
I love it.
Anyway, all right, let's talk about the movie business because we're all in the movie business, right?
Yeah, well, we'd like to be if there's a business left,
Right.
because it's tough now.
That's the question. So Sundance, they just promoted their top 17 films,
Right.
And they said there'll never be another Birth of a Nation.
They said that,
offer.
actually?
They said that there'll never be another offer.
Offer like
That's
that,
how-
like that
You see how
happened
they
on
do
Sundance.
us. You see how they do us. We make one mistake. That's it for everybody.
It's
We
Trump.
shut it down.
It's Trump.
Yeah, no.
The Trump effect.
You know, any way they can make a situation to benefit the movie business now is going to happen. Like that's why you go to movie theaters now and you see the VIP package.
Mm-hmm.
You never had a VIP package at a movie theater. What you gonna charge me for wine and extra butter on the popcorn because you're not making money?
Yeah.
They're trying to figure out ways to make money. They're
It's
trying to stay
advertising,
alive.
marketing.
Yeah, they're trying to stay alive. It's hard now because everything is streaming now. Everything. You know,
Golly.
they've even got to the point where they release movies in theaters and on streaming the same day. If I
Wow.
can stay in the comfort of my own house, where I got surround sound, my own free popcorn.
But how are they making money if it's online?
You know these streaming deals.
Advertising.
I don't know. I got a fire stick, bro. I ain't making it.
Don't say that out loud. I know that.
Fire Stick is where it's at now.
It
Everybody
is.
knows on that.
I got a fire stick, but I say this: I have not watched. I have not seen. I still went to the theater to see Hidden Figures,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go to the theater to
Excellent.
see
Number one movie.
Fences.
Number one movie 2 weeks in a row. Big shout out to Janelle Monáe, Taraji Henson, and Octavia Spencer. Man, I actually got to coach Janelle for that movie, so
Nice.
Excellent.
I'm really proud of her.
Good
Man.
job.
No, she
Nice.
killed the audition. When we was auditioning, I said, "Hey, this is you."
She
So
liked
you-
it,
No, I had to be out in L.A. with her for the callback.
so she went in. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
went in person. And when I tell you, she murdered it, man. I said,
So
nobody
have
can
you
do-
seen the movie yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Excellent. I helped make the movie.
Is your name on the credits?
If not, I'm talking to Trump.
Trump. Yeah, you remember you're gonna get a call to oversee his.
Right.
But yeah, the movie business is dying, just like the music business.
Yeah, we just talked about that, how that changed overnight, basically, and it's starting to happen with our business. So,
But they
it's a
have things
scary
like
thing.
Tidal and different outlets to try and help the artist, but help the consumer as well. I mean,
Well, the problem is we live in a microwave society. Right. Everything is 15 seconds to a minute, and our attention span is no longer than that.
that's true.
And the people that are still into that are not tech savvy people.
Yeah.
We
Our
didn't
parents
grow
are
up.
still going to the movies.
Yeah.
they
Oh,
wanna see
yeah.
it,
If they wanna go.
download. They don't.
Oh no.
Right.
So that's the thing. That's the whole Tyler Perry market.
Right.
So there's still a market. You just gotta figure out who
Find
is
your niche.
product for. Right.
That's what that's the thing about
And
Tyler. That's what Tyler Perry is.
Excellent.
Yeah.
He in that lane.
watch
He in that
his
HO.
shows,
He
they
has not
watch
got
his
out the
movies.
HOV lane at all.
And I mean, why not? That's what's working for him. So everybody got to find what's working for
You can't
them.
hustle, man. Whatever works, you got to do it. He'll take $5 million or whatever. Like Boo made a ridiculous amount of money off $4 or $5 million. I heard, and what
Shot in 30
28 million, something crazy.
in a
like
couple
that.
in a couple weeks, the whole
Yeah,
thing was
man,
shot.
Come on, you got to respect it, man, because he
He operates like an independent filmmaker.
Well, he revolutionized the industry when it comes to Hollywood, how Hollywood made movies. Now you see a lot of other movies coming here shooting in 14 days and getting back, and it's just different, man. I mean, you have like I was able to do a movie with Nicolas Cage last year, and I'm sure the budget wasn't huge; it was a tight budget, but at the end of the day, you got Nicolas Cage in your movie, you shoot it for under $5 million and stream it.
So these actors have to take pay cuts.
Oh, everybody did. Everybody did. You're not going to say goodbye to the $20 million movie star. Unless you're just.
That's why you see every single
movies
solitary
like-
movie star on the TV doing a commercial.
Oh, yeah,
because
yeah.
they're not making no money.
Yeah,
But
other ways.
the new people can't come up.
Well, people are going to TV now. That has never happened. Big stars are turning to TV.
Definitely.
This is the golden era of TV. You have
and people starting their own networks online.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, YouTube has YouTube Red. I have YouTube Red because I just got Google Home. So with
You have
YouTube
to pay for
Red,
it?
No, it's free for 6 months for me because I got Google Home, and I'm seeing content creators have their own shows.
but in 6 months you have to pay for it then.
Yeah, I won't. I will end it. Because there's nothing on there. I don't feel like
So
it's any
that's the
different
thing.
from
You
regular
have to
YouTube. Just
pay
no
for the
commercial.
TV. It's like
So how's the content on there?
Comcast.
Huh?
I was-
Well, when you get when you get the YouTube Red, you actually get to see the content creators like these shows.
How is it?
I looked at this one shows these 3 people that are roommates out of these post college roommates, African American.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to watch it. I said, "This is not funny. This wasn't funny." I felt like the acting was over. the
Did it
top.
look good?
It looked okay, but it looked like something like a web series online.
You're a hard critic though.
I am because I'm in the business. I got a right to be. If somebody's gonna criticize my work, I got the same right. And I don't do it in the point of not thinking it because I think that we're doing great work now.
Mm-hmm.
For a long time, we were not, and then I see now we got options. You got Insecure that's doing well. Luke Cage series did well. It's good to see African American. It's good to see African
Luke
American.
Cage, you like Luke Cage?
Yeah, I thought it was great. Yeah, I'm a Marvel fan. I'm a Marvel fan. Like I grew up like Luke Cage was my guy growing up. Like that was the comic book that I wanted to be Luke Cage. I was just too light
It
skinned.
looked like an independent film.
Yeah, it did. But they're not gonna get the same budgets. They're not gonna get the same budgets. Like Daredevil was amazing. I
TV show Daredevil?
Oh my goodness, what Kingpin? He murdered that.
Okay.
Kingpin murdered that. You never watched it? But you better go back to season 1, man. That was
Okay.
This is all Netflix stuff.
Now, again, we're talking about streaming. If you don't have a deal with Netflix or some kind of online content subscriber, it's tough.
But everybody's doing their own network online. Like even World Changers.
Wow.
The church,
Oh, yeah,
Creflo
churches
Dollar.
now have to go
He
to
has
online.
it. No, he just started his own network.
Oh, so you got to end there. We can get online. now. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Mm.
That's an opportunity. That's what people, filmmakers need to be thinking about because you can't get distribution.
And, we rented that with 4 minutes. We got distribution, but it was no money involved.
But
As
look
a
how long
filmmaker-
ago. That was 10 years ago.
Yeah, but it was 2009. It was 8. But look, and the thing about, 4 minutes is on Fire Stick. I was pissed.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's on there. You pull it up, it pops up. I'm like, wow.
Sean,
So
don't
no,
watch it.
We even getting hustled.
Don't watch
We even getting hustled on Fire Stick. We even getting,
Well, that's a good thing.
I was about to say, wait, somebody thought of us enough to put
Right.
it on Fire Stick.
But the
So
thing
we actually
about
made
the thing about it is now, it's on now. Now somebody likes it. Who made this?
Right.
So it's
It's your calling card.
right. It's your calling card. Hey, I got a movie online.
That's why it's not always about making money. Just get out there.
It's about doing what you love, and the money will come in one form or another. You know that.
But the thing about it is you got to put up money to make it. So it's like constantly, like right now, we're trying to do something
D-Boys.
together,
D-Boys
right?
the series. D-Boys.
Yes,
D-Boys
let's
is-
go
we
for
ain't
that.
down.
Well, we're not
But what do
trying.
we have to do? We're not trying. We're about to do it, but we have to call in favors.
Yeah, that's what everybody does. The biggest movies in the world calling in favors.
But if you work for Trump, you'll get that. Donald Trump presents D-Boys the series.
yeah, that's interesting.
Yes. But I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
We got to keep pushing. We can't
you
give
can't
up.
stop. I mean, if you
We
want
got
to
to
do this,
change with the world.
right, if you want to do this, you'll figure it out.
Right.
You'll figure it out. Robert Townsend was very instrumental in me as a filmmaker. Big shout out to Robert Townsend, Fireheart Beach. I know who he is. But he always told me Hollywood doesn't need you. You got to make them need you. And the only way to do that is become a content creator, make your own projects, and make money.
We both know that.
You know.
What's up with these actors nowadays? Like, for example, Keke Palmer. Y'all see
You
the
know, I know
drama?
Kiki's mom, so I ain't saying nothing negative about Kiki's mom.
Nothing
It's about
negative, but
people.
I mean, is she okay?
You know,
Do you need to call her mom?
It's
You know,
hard
you
because
see
no,
Sean, what's going-
she's
like,
all
she just-
online, man. It's
No,
tough.
what she doing?
She's just like,
They said she's starting it up, and I saw. a
well,
article.
I don't know.
I
if
did
she's
see a nipple
doing anything,
online.
but she's visually
That's what I'm saying,
exposing
that's the whole-
herself.
I did see a nipple online,
See.
and I was very.
Here's the thing.
I
here's the thing.
approved of
When
it.
these kids grow up, they just want to get away
Well,
from.
It's hard,
the,
but think about it: is you grow up as a kid in the business. This is the
Yeah,
worst
you-
business to grow up in, the entertainment
Yeah, you-
business. You know, we talk about
socially
we talk
awkward.
about molestation happens. We talk
but
about
some kids
they're
can make it.
exposed
Look
to-
at the twins. Look at Tia and Tamara.
You-
Wholesome
I was talking
twins.
about the Olsen twins. Olsen twins are a little out there too. Don't get it twisted.
They are.
Don't get it twisted.
They-
One of them was hooked up with Heath Ledger in that situation. Y'all do know that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Man.
you know what I'm saying. So it becomes it's a breeding ground for you're talking about molestation. You're talking about these kids being exposed to things they're not supposed to be exposed to young. I got little
Divorcing
kids
their
that I work
parents.
with, huh?
Divorcing their parents.
Yeah, I got kids that I work with, and the parents seem to want it more than they want it. You know, so
Yeah.
the kid becomes a tool to get successful, and that's dangerous. That's dangerous. Like look at for every successful one that turns up, give me somebody successful in the business that was a child actress.
Tia and Tamara.
Okay, they did pretty good. They were
Jason
pretty much
Bateman.
grounded. Okay, Jason. Okay,
Oh,
they were grounded.
yes.
But you got
Very
your Gary
successful.
Colemans. You got your Gary Colemans. You got your Macaulay Culkins. You know that is a dangerous mix.
There's more bad instances or bad examples.
Seems that way, doesn't it?
Than good examples.
You know,
It's
but-
like you're an exception to the rule if you get out
Well-
and you become an adult.
The problem is you don't
No
go to public school, or so you become socially awkward.
That's true.
You don't interact with regular people.
So you're saying you become socially awkward when you don't go to school.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at kids who go to private school all their life, they don't
sheltered.
typically fit in
They're sheltered.
society.
You know, one
Okay,
thing
but-
that
I went
happened
to
me-
private school all my life.
You did?
All your life?
Well, that explains a
just
lot.
kidding.
That explains
Not
a
for
lot.
high school.
No, if I had a kid, I mean, you're gonna have to go to public school sometime.
But you want them to have the best education.
You want to have good
Public
education,
school's
but
not the best education.
no, but you're gonna have to go get some public schooling.
Because you want them to have like that hard life. That,
Not hard, but you
real
need to be
world.
you need to be socially
be
able to cope in society when you're a grown person.
You need to be able to be able to corporate and be able to thug. You need to be able to do both.
The
Not
White House and
necessarily.
Bankhead.
Yeah.
I went to public school all my life. I'm not a thug by the stretch,
But you can fit in the
but I
environment.
can fit in anywhere, right?
Here's the
It's
thing.
just the real world. You
No,
want
no,
them to get a
right.
taste
I
of
went
the
to-
real
I
world.
went
But that's
to-
what college is for.
Yeah, but if you went to private school your whole life, then now you starting your social
You gonna get taken advantage of
experience in college, right?
I went to when I was in high school, junior high. I was I was at Central High School in Kansas City. That was the hood school, to be honest, right up the street from my house. But then I got in the bus program where they sent me to a half white school, and I appreciated that because what it
Nah,
allowed me
yeah.
to do was allow me to see a different world. I saw black kids with 2-parent homes. That was mind blowing to me. I saw black kids that didn't have to wear the same jeans every day.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it showed me that
Okay.
it showed me that some black folks have a good life, and I said, "Wow, I want that."
The Cosby Show did that. For
Oh,
me.
and I no doubt, the concept was, it was definitely instrumental in you know.
Hey, I know we I know you were talking about what's his name, the church.
World Changers.
World
Petro
Changers.
Dollar.
Well, your boy passed this week, man.
Yeah, Bishop Eddie Long.
What did you think about that?
It's
Eddie
sad.
Long. Sad. I mean, a lot
Rest in
of people
peace.
have no sympathy for him.
I know. That's why I said it's sad because it's like he can't even get that rest in peace, feeling from people from the community because they're so upset with him.
I made a
So,
Facebook post about it. I said,
okay,
no matter what his personal life is, that's between him and the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
He did bring a lot of people to God.
Yeah,
So
he did do a customer service.
he did a customer service.
I think the ego is what got him. You know, at the end of the day, the ego.
Okay, did he have cancer? Is that what they said?
That's it was cancer. It wasn't. I don't think
It was definitely cancer.
I can't say definitely because I don't know. But here's
I
the thing.
don't think it was cancer.
I think it was cancer. I think.
Why
If it was cancer, why would
Didn't he
why would
feel
anybody hesitate to say it was cancer?
Well, 'cause they,
No,
you know
I
what?
think they're saying cancer.
Here's the thing. It was intestinal cancer, and that does make you lose weight. 'Cause in this day and age, another situation wouldn't. You know what I'm talking about.
and why was it not out there that it was cancer?
Well, here's the thing. I think that he didn't want people to know because of the negative online, barrage. Of
Then say it's
comments that-
cancer.
huh?
And say it's
I think
cancer.
people
They would
say it was
they would
cancer.
still come at this man because of what he
They
did.
coming at now. Now I'm really coming at
He's
you
not
because I don't
here
know
no
what
more.
it is.
He ain't got to hear why he's alive.
Well,
you
family
know?
do, yeah.
But I think that you know, being I was a one-time New Birth member, and
Oh, yeah?
I was in Lithonia. I was in New Birth country. It was flags on the cars at New Birth. You would see flags every Sunday. You know, New Birth was deep out there. And
So you
when
used
it
to go?
happened- Yeah, when it happened, I was disappointed. I was upset. You know, I knew actually one
When
of
the
the kids.
scandal happened.
Yeah, I knew one of the kids that were molested. And supposedly
Okay, well
molested.
that's the thing. Controversy. Okay, first of all, I think people should stop saying molested because I don't think they was molested. He
They
was
were
in
adults.
he was in relationships with these months. Yeah, they wasn't being. They wanted to be there.
Right.
Now it was wrong, but I don't think they were being molested.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, this, you know,
Because they weren't kids.
These were the allegations.
Right.
But for me, I think that at that point, man, there was no winners in the situation. You know, nobody could walk away. You know, because you these kids are affected for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
You know, his image is tarnished. You know, all
Totally.
the great that he's done won't be remembered because of this.
Mhm.
And that is another reason why it's so sad. It's
Yeah.
because
Because he did a lot of great
he
stuff.
did do a lot of,
You know,
you know,
but at the end of the
he
day-
was a man of God. He
Yeah, well,
was.
and
He
you
have
know-
sins.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect.
But that's the problem with these churches putting people on too big of a
Absolutely.
pedestal.
But it's the people.
At the
that put
bottom
them on the
line, he is
pedestal.
a man.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
He will never be more. He'll never be more than that. He's a
So
vessel.
we got to stop that. We got to stop allowing people to become deitized. That's what happens.
One of the things I can't stand is driving down the freeway and seeing a church
on the billboard.
billboard with the wife and the husband on the billboard.
Yeah. What's
It's not about you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but the thing about it is, it's advertising. So, how do you want them to advertise?
Put the church up there. Suppose I don't want to see a black pastor. Suppose I just see the picture of this church. Come to my church.
Yeah, I'm tired of that too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It looks like you're selling. Be like us. Be this. We got the perfect man. Everything, and we know in a lot of situations it's not true.
Right.
You know.
Definitely.
I mean, if you're an attorney or something, yeah, put your picture up there. You're a doctor, but this is a church. It's about the church. It's about.
So, well, you can say the
Lord.
same for Joel and Victoria Osteen. If that's the case, they do that. They promote that.
Again, I don't like seeing nobody's picture on no billboard. Just promote your church.
That's true.
Just have the building up there.
Yeah, just whatever your
Church of God in
exactly.
Put
2525.
Put a picture of Jesus up there. Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage. version.
Well, that's not a bad idea because at the end of the day, it's for Jesus, right? But yeah, I mean, it's just it's a sad situation. It's like a two-edged sword. Like you want to feel good for him, and feel some sort of
And see,
love for him.
I know the family. I know the son. You know what I'm saying? Edward Long Jr.
And so, was it a child or not? Was it he an adult?
What do you mean?
The kid you're talking about.
Oh, I'm talking about, the kid I knew. He was the time he was like 15 to 16.
Okay.
And that's when he was in the relationship with Ed.
See, again, I cut his hair a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? And
You're saying
Edward-
in a relationship.
Yeah, I would say that. But
So when
I
you was cutting his hair, he was like, I'm headed over to Cancun this week.
No.
no. I just you know what I saw a troubled kid and didn't understand why.
Okay, so he was troubled.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but Eddie, that's the thing. Eddie didn't. I think Eddie took advantage of trouble.
yeah,
I don't
it
think
wasn't-
Eddie made him a troubled person.
Well, these kids didn't have fathers.
He was
you know.
trying to help the troubled kids. But
Yeah,
then,
he was.
Nah,
He was
can't
trying to
say
help his. He was trying to help his. Oh, he was taking advantage.
See that's what I said. That's what as a African American male in the black community, we need more father figures, man. If you don't have a father, you let your kids open. They're open to whatever.
True.
At that point. You have your kids have a father. If you
Yes.
didn't have your husband there, wouldn't they be at a disadvantage?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's with two parents in the house. It's hard raising kids.
Yeah.
One parent.
Can you imagine?
I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, I'm like Anderson .Paak said on this song. I'm a product of the tube and the free lunch. He was talking about if you a kid in the hood with no father in the home, that TV becomes your father. You know,
And not just boys, especially women. I mean, I'm so suspect of dating a woman who wasn't raised around a man.
You're nervous.
no,
Yeah, seriously.
you're right.
Because why?
They don't know a man's role in a relationship.
Right.
Oh, so you think they're going to try and be like too aggressive and stuff like that?
They don't know a man's role in a relationship. They
Okay,
never
what's the
had
man's
it.
role?
I'm not saying I know it, but
Don't get in that. Don't get in
I'm
that.
not going down that
trying to
street.
bait you in. Head of the house.
She-
What the hell you mean?
you must not have been. You wasn't raised around your father.
Yes, I was.
Oh, okay. Well, see, you know I'm talking about.
Well, she knows the world changes, so she knows better.
Okay.
She knows her place.
Shut up.
Rolando Creflo, she's taffy. She knows her place. Now I met Taffy. She's really nice. She's really sweet. I never met Creflo, but I met Taffy. She's really, really nice.
You know, Creflo Dollar did Ricky Smiley show.
Did he?
That's when I met him.
Oh wow.
He was on the Ricky Smiley show.
wow.
The show, the sitcom.
Remember he was in that episode of Welcome to Atlanta, not the episode, but the video.
The
Welcome to
video,
Atlanta.
Ludacris video.
Oh yeah.
He trying
Try
stay
to
with
reach
the
out.
community.
Yeah. That wasn't the video for it. They was
That was
talking about-
fine because it was
Nah,
about
They was
Atlanta.
talking about strip clubs though.
Well, I mean,
That was
that's
one of the
that's
things
part
of
of Atlanta. That is part of Atlanta.
I
but
don't see no.
he kind of got some.
that's
Don't get
part-
defensive.
He
Don't get
did-
defensive.
Hey, that's just a part of Atlanta strip clubs.
is, right?
And every strip
Hey, and
club
if
got a
Jesus was
church
here today,
next
he
to
would
it.
be in the strip clubs,
He
right?
sure would.
He would be there trying. There you go.
Exactly.
I'm okay with that.
All right.
Jesus, see, that don't sound right. Jesus would be in the strip club though. That don't
Trying
sound
to
right.
win souls. He wouldn't be
He
sitting
would
down.
put a five on the
He'd
table.
be
like,
in the
give me
parking
one.
lot.
In the parking lot.
He'd be in the parking lot.
How do you
getting
know?
after.
How do you know he ain't in there now? Huh?
Well,
Come on now.
Mm.
Come on, come on. Take it home, Gideon. Take it home.
Whatever.
That's hard to believe.
Okay,
You know,
can I-
that's that show Black Jesus kind of dealt with that kind of stuff, didn't it?
Oh yeah.
That was groundbreaking though. I got in a lot of trouble about it, but that was groundbreaking. You got to give Aaron McGruder props for always pushing the boundaries. I was a
yeah.
huge fan of Boondocks, man.
Yeah.
Did y'all watch Boondocks?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Come on, man. I didn't miss
Funny.
Boondocks.
I love
Funny,
Boondock.
funny.
Genius.
Black
Classic.
Jesus. What was it? Black Jesus.
Black Jesus, yeah.
Yeah, it was good until they went too far with Jesus.
How
If
far they
he-
go with Jesus?
If he was cursing and stuff, they should have
That
just
was
made
that
him.
was episode 1.
Well, yeah, they should have just made him just be real Jesus,
You know, don't
and
you-
everybody
but let me ask you
chaos
something.
around him.
Don't you think we're a little too religious at this point now with stuff like that? We get we're too touchy feely about that. Here's the thing, you know,
It's a sensitive situation. It's
but
a
everything is sensitive
subject.
with us. Everything. We can't even do nothing about anything without somebody saying, "Well, black folks shouldn't be doing that." We'll never ever get those same advantages other races get because we don't know how to laugh at our own stuff. That's part of the
Well,
problem.
Some things ain't funny.
Like
can I
what?
ask y'all
Give me an
this?
example.
Black Jesus cursing. It wasn't funny. It was
I
like,
don't know, man. It was a funny show to me. I thought it was funny.
Okay, and I've noticed this lately, and this is a Facebook post I put up because
Okay.
I think, and this has to do with religion and black church. I think the older I get, I'm 47, the more knowledge I get actually hinders me. The more knowledge I get, the more confused I am about life and religion. Like, it's more confusing. The more I know, the harder it becomes
I think
to know.
you don't need to know so much. Just stick with what
He
you
said stay
believe.
blind. He said stay blind.
No, just stick what you believe because the information is like you question everything. Just stick
Exactly.
with
You
what
got a
your
right to
experience.
question though, you don't you?
But stick with your experience.
Well, let me ask
what you experience.
Well, this is what I'm saying is I've seen a couple of posts, and I don't know why they came up on my timeline or
That was
whatever.
God.
Well, this is the thing. It was a couple of pastors. It was a couple of black pastors who were saying, "I'm not a pastor anymore. I know the
Oh,
truth.
yeah.
The
Yeah, I
truth
saw that.
is
Really?
the Bible is a lie.
Mm-hmm.
It's all a lie."
I saw that.
brother.
No, but he's got a point here again. You think about this. As African Americans, we were brought over here.
That wasn't our religion.
Yeah, we were brought over here. We came from a whole
We looked at it
different
as
set of things.
savages.
We were told this is what you're gonna do, this is how you're gonna do it, and everything. So it makes you question what did we do beforehand.
If we weren't brought over here, what would you be?
Right. We were taught.
We were looking at the sun and you know
Were we wrong?
we had
Were
So
we
were we
rituals.
so were we savages?
No,
we were kings and queens.
definitely.
We had our own
So
stuff.
we weren't
had resources.
Christians.
We were about the land. We were about love, life, people. You know, and then what happened was we were brought over here and taught a whole different set of rules.
I ain't taught forced.
Yeah, that's right.
But when you watch Birth of a Nation, though, that's a good
that's
movie.
And that's what talks about it. He's like, you know, this is what your enslaver teaches you to control you.
Every verse that was about submission was about, and the next verse was about fighting. You know, so he
Well, with
he
the-
learned that.
Well, in this day and age, we still look at we have to follow the rules. If we want to get to heaven, suppose we have to follow the rules, right? We have to
No.
do everything.
No,
What do you mean?
no.
Well, you
To
can't
get
go
to
ahead.
heaven, all you got to do is believe.
You can't go ahead and kill people and believe.
Yeah, you can.
Obviously, you can't. 'cause
There's
the government does it. The
consequences
government
on
does it.
earth.
The
There's
government does it.
consequences on
Also,
earth.
if I go out and kill 30 people and I say I believe in God, I'm going to heaven. That's it.
According to the Bible, yeah.
Well,
That's
give-
ridiculous. That is the most ridiculous thing I've
It
ever
is
heard.
ridiculous, but
It's
according to the
not
Bible,
just, I believe. I'm really joking.
Well, that's what the government does. We'll go bomb countries.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not. I'm talking about with God. It's not like, I'm gonna fool you. I'm
So
not.
Jeffrey
I'm
Dahmer-
just saying
Jeffrey
it with
Dahmer
my
killed a
mouth.
bunch of people
You
as a
gotta
serial
believe
killer.
in your heart.
Okay, Jeffrey Dahmer killed a bunch of people. As long as he confessed with his heart at the end, he was going to heaven.
If he genuinely is repentant, yes, he can go to heaven. Definitely.
That doesn't make sense.
That's the thing. That's why I'm telling him information can get you crazy. It's not just about information. It's about your experiences. It's about what you believe. It doesn't make. It's not supposed to
So
make
what's
sense.
stopping
Everything
anybody?
doesn't
What's
make-
stopping Sean from just going to start stabbing folks tomorrow?
Because since he believes in the word and has a relationship
but
with God,
that don't have nothing to do with it.
he's
I
not
think
going to do
that's
that.
free will.
What?
I mean, I would know better whether I was an atheist or a Christian, not to just go stab people.
Well, not that you would know better. You're following the law of the land. So if you want to follow the law of the land, that's a law of the land.
This land is belong to the Indians.
So,
We
well,
know that.
let's go back to that. What, if your ancestors were never brought here,
What would we doing?
what would you be doing?
I mean, I'll be doing whatever they
you wouldn't
doing.
be going to Creflo's church.
Right.
There would be no
Probably
Creflo church.
not. Right.
It makes you wonder though. That's why.
Maybe
I
it
think
was a
what-
purpose.
well,
Everything
see,
is for a purpose. Everything happens for a reason. Maybe we have
So
to
you
get to
saying
know
so
it.
you saying
slavery
that
happened for a reason.
so you saying slavery and the stuff that black people go through today.
Everything happens for a reason.
Slavery happened. You mean to tell me you take a race of people, you destroy their heritage, everything, and that's
I'm
for
not
a
saying
reason?
it was right. I'm saying since it already happened, I can't change history. I can't
You
change
work for
time.
Trump. You work for Trump. I'm starting to see that.
Yeah.
All
She
I'm
gonna build a
saying
wall. She
is
build a
just
wall.
I'm just being optimistic because I can't change time. If I wasn't here today and I was back in Uganda, and
So it's okay for him to question stuff, though. You agree? You're just
No.
saying have
It's
faith
not
in-
okay to question it.
no.
Oh, come on, get
I'm saying it's not necessary to question. That's all I'm saying.
Why not?
But
Question
why?
everything.
Because you, like you said, I'm confused now. I'm 47. I'm confused. Da, 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 da. It's like, why put yourself through that? Yeah, you do, read and inform yourself and all that. But like to question every single little detail. The Bible said this. The Bible, well, this is different. It's like it's too much. It's like it's not necessary to do that.
You just don't.
You
You,
have
don't,
an
you don't want to have
experience.
to deal with that. That's what it is. It's just
Well, I want
I
to,
have an experience. I know God. I talk to God, so I know I have an experience with Him. So I don't need to read this and
so would you
this
consider yourself
contradicts
religious?
this and
Would you
this
consider yourself religious or
spiritual, spiritual.
Okay, then that's a new
That's a
movement
diff-
that's happening
that's-
because
it
of
is
the
a new
internet. The internet
movement.
is allowing people to understand things on a different level. Like if I can communicate with somebody in France that I could never talk to, because when you're born in a region, you just know that religion and that's that.
Exactly.
I went to Romania one time and I saw these people who were living in this third world country, and I didn't understand why they had it so hard. But I'm sure that they had their way of doing things and believing everything else, and I had to not look at it from my standpoint and say, well, wow, what do they believe? What do they get? What is there? Because there's nowhere in the world I can see these little kids that were homeless, and they're going to hell because they never knew a certain religion or whatever. That's just not fair to me.
Right.
You know,
Well, yeah, I mean, every area, like, Islam,
right?
and then
They have what they believe.
Buddha.
If you were born over in a certain country
Middle
where
East.
Islam was the key religion, the main religion, you
would look at Christians as like
they're wrong.
They're wrong.
Right.
Right. I get that. So at this point, to me, how I look at life is like, if I'm supposed to be a Christian, God is gonna align my life and set me up to where I go here, I meet these people or whatever, so that I could be in order.
Right.
That's how I look at it. Like, if
So
I
you
need to
believe
be,
what you believe,
in
whatever
the-
works for you. Whatever works for you. That's what you're saying.
well, I think it's about one word, and it's faith. You have
Faith.
faith that
That's it.
that's what the Bible is what it says.
I mean, and that's like life, like your career. You want to be a top comedian. You got to have faith that God or whoever is going to put you in the right position to get the right job, to meet the right person, is going to get you the right gig. Da 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 da.
God is my agent. God is my agent. I don't need nobody because God.
Exactly.
I got you.
I'm gonna call people's store.
Don't drop me. God's my agent. No,
Well, that was interesting.
I think in this day and age now, a lot of people are becoming more spiritual and less religious because
Yeah.
of situations like the Eddie Long situation.
Right.
That he lost a lot of people behind that.
Sure.
And I think a lot of people are just waking up more. They're more aware now.
It's
of-
about yourself.
The
Like,
personal relationship,
you
yeah.
can't put your
So
trust
do you feel
in
like
a
you have to
man.
go to church to have a relationship with God?
No,
Do you go to church?
No,
every
I
Sunday?
never thought that.
I don't go to church every Sunday.
How often you go?
I watch online every.
She said she got a personal relationship through Google.
Through Google.
No, but hey, you know what? I dig that. I dig. Whatever it
watch
takes.
online every
No,
Sunday.
whatever it takes. You know what? Wherever you get spiritually fed, because we realize the spirit is a big part of this.
I almost traveled last week to Dallas to go see T.D. Jakes. I
Oh,
was
wow.
just gonna get on a plane just to go to that church because he's really been talking to me, talking to my
But
spirit.
you can see them online for cheap.
But I wanted to be here to singing and just fellowship.
Okay. Put a CD on while you listen to it. Keep that money. Save that money. Be like, Day, spend that.
Oh, my
But yeah, it's just confusing, and I think that's the one thing that's confusing. If our ancestors never brought here slaves, what would
That's
we
a
be?
valid
So
question.
how is that going to change your life, though?
Well,
you meditating on
But, you know-
what if? That's just like I say, what if I wish I got this job or I wish I.
No, you know what?
And you're right because I never thought of it that way.
But you know what? Again, I'm gonna tell you.
What
I'm
you
gonna tell you.
saying? See?
For me, as a conspiracy theorist, for me, I want to know more about what I don't know. I want to know more answers. Like why is it that we were brought here? What is it as a human race? How are we just? A lot of people have questions because we have blueprints that that say other things like the dinosaurs. They were here. We know they were here, right? The bones just didn't. They're not in the Bible though.
Y'all both looked at me like,
no. I'm saying
answer that.
That's a good question though, right? When did we ever walk alongside of dinosaurs?
We have history books and science books that
You
talk
can't believe
about
the
that.
books. Who wrote the books?
So who can you believe? What can you believe? Do you believe anything?
I do. I believe.
What is it
I
that you
believe? I believe in a creator. I believe in that. I believe that something had to create all this. But at the end of the day, I want to know what else is there because I looked at Islam. I was a Muslim for a while. I was Christian. Yeah, when I was growing up, we were Muslim. My mother, and that's one thing I love about my mother. She brought us through different religions and let us make our own decision, and I can respect that. As an adult, I started looking at Buddhism and saying, okay, what is this about? But I noticed that they all kind of have the same platform. They all believe in the same stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
foundation
now,
of
let's take it a step
principles.
further. Then if I'm looking at the universe as a whole, because I believe in universal principles and everything. If I'm looking at the universe as a whole, what does that say? What else is out there? Why just limit ourselves to a religion?
You know what this makes me think of? Scientology. they're doing that
Larry Ribbon.
documentary.
I've been watching a couple
I've been
episodes.
watching it too.
Yeah.
It's
You saw
very
Brandy.
interesting,
You saw Brandy was on there, right?
Yeah, I saw in the audience.
You
yeah,
saw
I
her in
was
the
like,
audience, and then they busted her out, and she didn't want to. I guess she didn't want it to come out, so they're saying Brandy's a Scientologist.
Well, is she? That's
She's
just
in the
because
audience.
She was at a
You can't just-
convention.
You can't just go to them things. You got to be a part of that.
Really?
Yeah. They said she
No,
joined
but
right.
they try and get celebrities, so they would probably invite you.
Well,
come,
guess what?
come.
Guess what? If you get in Scientology, they're gonna help your career. That's why people do that.
Yeah.
And the Illuminati is probably real.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it 100, man. They've been talking about that. A lot of people that whenever I see stars that got to a certain point, I always wonder who they know, how, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's always been the word. We don't know for sure unless you're in that circle.
It's like a cult.
Yeah, that's a big thing in Hollywood.
You waiting? Are you waiting for your call from the Illuminati?
I got the phone on standby. I got it on my phone. I'm taking all y'all with me.
That's
Y'all
kind of
going
like
together.
Trump calling you. Would you
going
take
together.
it
We all
if
going
they
together.
could
Maybe that's
promise
the
you something?
Illuminati
That's
calling.
something
We all
I
going
wouldn't
together.
do. I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't do it to get
No,
on Genya?
no.
Genya. Look
What?
at me, Genya. In the scoop national.
No,
National level.
mm-mm. That's like selling your soul.
Yeah.
I can't sell my soul.
No, I agree.
No.
Wait, but so if you sell your soul, what happens when you sell your soul?
It's like
Yeah, what does happen? You get it back? I mean,
Do you been on lease or
so you
layaway?
that means you automatically going to hell because
Is
people
there
that,
hell? Is
the
there
people
hell?
that didn't sell their soul, they going to hell too. So you might as well sell your soul. Is that what you're saying?
So, hey, you know what? If you're going to hell anyway, get some.
Oz not going to hell.
Go on a Bentley, right?
They be fresh to death down there,
Right.
Going to Bentley.
No, but I just
so I
think-
could
I
get
just think that,
burned up.
Like I watch a lot of these videos online. Like they say Lady Gaga and all this stuff. It's the craziest stuff because
So anybody that's rich and famous joins some sort of exclusive society to get their word. That's like saying everybody's gay. Like, I mean, this is a touchy subject, but everybody's gay. Every big time celebrity, they gay. It's like,
Right.
so it just can't be. You just can't be normal. You just can't be regular. You just
I
can't
don't
be.
know. We don't know because we're not inside like that. When we get inside, we'll start to probably know more.
Who do we know that's really rich? Will Packer. Let's call him and ask him. when you switch over and get
Hey.
that big check.
I think.
You know some rich people, Sean.
Oh, you Sean know some
I
money people.
said
You
you're
know
the
money people.
entertainer.
Yeah, I know Sid. I don't think Sid's not mega rich though. Sid does well, but I don't think he's that.
That's like paid.
He's not Kevin Hartish. Kevin Hart is on that level.
Yeah, he's no.
No, I mean, I think
He's
Sid is worth maybe $10-12 million, but
His-
Kevin Hart worth of $100 million now, right?
probably something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's crossed over. He's,
He's
I'm not
he's in
saying he's Illuminati,
society.
but no, I'm not saying that, but he's mega.
But that's the thing. What
He calls
is
his
there
own
some
shot.
sort of door that says
Absolutely.
come through
Absolutely.
here?
Absolutely.
Now you have to.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I'm so curious.
And now I don't know if I can go home now.
This is the funny thing. Me and a lot of comedians talk about this now. It's like, back in the day when the Illuminati would call you and they, you be in the office, they'd be like, have his assistant go get this dress and makeup and see see how far he want to go. He want to be famous. You're right. But nowadays they'll come in there and be like, get that dress. They'll be like, sir, he's already in a dress. he
God.
came in full makeup.
ready to go.
Oh.
You know, but you know, at the end of the day, man, it's all about what you want out of your life, what you can live with, what you're willing to do, how far you're willing to go, and they'll test
That's basically it. It's like
test
what
that.
what is your desire? What for your life? What are your
Right,
goals?
where are the boundaries?
Yeah, that's true.
I'm a big Eddie Murphy fan, you know, and as of late, he had done those type of movies that we like anymore, you know. But you know, does he need any more money? I mean, when you get to a point like to me, I'm really big on less is more now. And when you get to a
Denzel
certain-
Washington said that.
yeah, well, I mean, but look at the world look at the life they've had.
But that's the thing. They can say that now because they got it.
Right. I respect
Us
that.
who's trying to come up, like,
But
do
it
we
ma-
say
it ma-
that
it
now,
makes
or
you-
do
it
we
makes you-
try and hustle?
But it makes you come up different, doesn't it?
It makes you what?
It makes you come up different. You don't look at the things, the material stuff, as much as you thought you would. I'll tell you, so the minute you get any
Once
type
you
of money,
already got it.
yeah, but
don't
anytime you
want-
get, Kenny, you living in a nice house. Like, really, is it what you thought it was? You see that look on her face? That just said everything.
No, it's just like
Is it what you thought it was? Be honest.
it's nice. Yes,
Is it what you thought it was, though?
I thought I would have been like, I don't need nothing else. I'm good.
Right.
But I still have my same goals that I have. It's
Okay.
like I have to.
But it ain't what you thought it was. It didn't stop there, did it?
No, it didn't stop there.
Yeah, yeah. And that's
It's like
the thing.
once you think you get something, I want that BMW. I want that BMW. After you get it, you want something else. It's
Well,
like
I just think that we
when
gotta be
you-
content
when
and
is it
thankful for what
enough
we
is
have.
enough.
You know, the fact that you can wake up and pick what car you want to get in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't. Some people got to pick that bus route.
Yep.
That's real talk, man. I mean, it hit me hard because last year I had an epiphany that, you know, okay, stuff can't make me happy.
Is that a Ford or?
What? An epiphany by Ford. No, an epiphany.
The new Ford
I had a
Epiphany.
moment that just said, "Wow, this is real for me," because I thought that having a little bit of money and everything else was going to change it, and it didn't. It made me look at things from a standpoint of we're not grateful for the little things that we have, because more and more and more you just
You
got
have changed though, Dwayne.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
You got a bunch
You
of
can't
stuff.
pick out your clothes. You have to have your stylist.
No, for premieres.
For
I go to Pinterest. But no, I just think that it made me realize. I watched a documentary called The Mentalist. It's a great documentary. You should see it. And they talked about just letting go of everything, and it just made life so much simpler. You know, the more stuff you have, the more you got to insure, you got to protect,
It's
you
true.
got to keep an eye on, you got to maintenance, keep upkeep.
The more money you get, the more bills you have.
More money, more problems. Biggie Smalls said
It's
it
true.
best.
It's
You know,
definitely
and it's just
true.
so is it worth it? And you got to maintain this stuff. That's why people walk away from NBA contracts.
It's
and,
true, and you wonder like why did Mace leave Puffy and all
Right.
that?
Right. Well, that might have been something else.
Well, I think you should definitely wake up and go to bed every day grateful for the small things that you have. But you
we don't do it enough, do we?
But you should never be content with whatever you have. I mean, you should always be striving for better. Not necessarily monetarily, but you should be striving for better spiritually. Your health, you should always want your health to be better.
Right.
You should always want your relationships to be better. So maybe that's the goals that you start looking for once you've
That you
made
need.
monetary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want my relationship with my wife to be the best it can be. I want my relationship with my kids to be the best it can be. And those are things I start striving for. You know?
So you're starting to strive for those things now? You've reached that place?
No, I mean, I want it all. But I thank God every day I don't have a lot. But I know it's people that look at me as a comedian be like, man, Sean doing it. I'm thinking to myself, and I'm looking at the next person like, oh, he doing it.
Right.
And that person look at the next person.
Yeah.
But dog, you
Like,
did
I'm
have-
looking at Sid the Entertainer, and you think Sid got it, but Sid looking at Kevin Hart like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sean, you did have a diamond encrusted D-boy show.
Diamond and crust. That was the flakes from the real diamond.
Yeah. No, but
I was talking to my neighbor. We was at the bus stop, right? Our kids had to
you
go
doing?
to
I'm about to say a bus stop. Wait a minute. You gotta
No, the kids getting on the
Okay,
bus,
okay.
right?
it's to the private school.
To the private
No,
school.
I took my kids out of private school. But so the bus was late, right? Matter of fact, the bus didn't even show up. So we had to get our kids. Get our kids. To
Hold them in the Audi.
So shut up. So how about I was talking to my neighbor and he was like, there's factory jobs that work off of a point system. And it's like some people have 7 points, 12 points, whatever amount of points. And if you're late, you get a point taken off. If you don't call, it could be 3 points. And it's like it's with HR, there's no explanation. Even if you call, there's nothing. You're getting a point off. Right. And once you hit those 7 points, you get fired. It's just like, you 7 points, you're done. It's like there's no explanation. There's nothing.
Dang,
And it's like, suppose a situation like this where we're waiting on the bus doesn't come, and you're late for work, and you're like at 5 points. already, you know what I mean? And then you're just gonna get fired. It's like I got fired because the bus didn't come for my kid,
right.
and that really hit home for me because it's like some people,
Are living
this
like
is how they live.
Yeah.
This is not a
You don't
game
realize
out
how
here,
blessed you are, man,
right?
to be able to do what you want every day.
Exactly. That's
That's
crazy.
deep, man.
It's
No,
deep.
That was a situation where, I felt like when I got here and I got hired for Ford when I first moved to Atlanta, and in my heart of hearts, I said, "Don't take the job, because I'm going to be held down to the job." My aunt, I love her to death. She thought I was crazy. She said, "You better take that job. That's a good paying job. What's wrong with you?"
Right.
I said, "I don't want to do it."
More to me.
Yeah, and to this day, I know it was right. She called me one day while I was in class. She said, "Hey, I just want to say how proud I am of you. You saw what you wanted to do and you went after it, and you didn't let nobody tell you different. Not even me. So that was a wake up call, man. Is that
Sometimes our families don't understand our dreams.
no, not at all.
You're a comedian, Sean. How did your family think
Well, fortunately
Got
for me,
Diamond to crush the shirt now.
about now, but in the beginning?
no, fortunately for me, I've always had a very supportive family, and I thank God for that. That's one thing I've had.
They believed in you from day one.
Seriously, like go for it.
Okay.
You
My
know.
parents-
Did
yeah,
they
my
have to
parents-
send you money sometimes?
Oh, it's my mom. If I may still need to borrow some money.
Mm-hmm.
But I still to do what you want, and I tell people this all the time: do what you want. I'm a mentor. I've been a big brother for 6
That's true. I
Oh,
saw him.
nice.
He's got a good kid. He mentored. I'm really
Yeah.
proud of him.
He's about, and I just tell him it's like don't follow the path that everybody else follows.
Right.
I see something so special in you. I want you to
How old
leave
is
your mark on it. He's 16, so he's about to graduate from high school. No, 17. About to graduate from high school.
Wow.
Boy,
And go up.
He did that. Give him a round of applause
Yeah.
for that, man. He did
Yeah.
that.
But I just tell him don't follow that path that everybody follows. Stop
Right.
worrying about what these people do in high school. You got so much, such a bigger thing for you, and I see it. And I don't know if people around him say that all the time, but I
Right,
make sure
right.
I drive it home.
You know whose story is like that too? Well, not like that, but I'm just saying in terms of following your dream. Willie Moore Jr. You know him, the gospel guy?
Gospel radio station.
Right. He was doing YouTube videos and things like that, and he was like living at home and struggling, but he always followed his dream. And look at him today, like top radio show.
Okay, I was about to say, who is he? I didn't know. I never heard of him before.
Yeah,
He's,
a lot of people know him though.
Okay.
He does a gospel. What's the morning show?
You talking about Erica Campbell's?
Yeah,
morning
but
show.
he does
he's
the
in the
afternoon
midday,
drive.
yeah.
He does the afternoon
I
drive.
know growing up, man, to see your story, my parents, they didn't force me to do anything I didn't want to do. But as long as I didn't get in trouble, I was okay. And now that I talk to my father, I had a conversation with him one day. We sat down eating breakfast. He said, "Who taught you how to do this? Because I didn't teach you this. Like, who taught you to go after your dream, be successful, and how did you know you wanted to do this?" And I said, "Well, you taught me in your own way. You were a good person. You were successful at what you did, and that gave me the power to stay on my course. But you're right. Don't encourage your kids to do what you want them to do. Let them figure it out. Because you
Right.
might be hindering the next Steve Jobs."
Let me tell you something, and I tell the people, you look at white people and their kids, and they just unruly, and they don't have no boundaries, like they kids, and they cuss their parents out, but
Right.
they parents set them up for such successes and later on in life. I know it's probably hard, it's probably hell raising or something like that, but like you look at the Will Smith, the way they raise their kids,
We criticize them.
we criticize them, but
Look at yeah.
they
But
let
he landed a huge contract with what was
But
it?
they're
Louis
also in
Vuitton?
this circle too. That's a different world.
yeah, it is different, but not necessarily them, but just the people that let their kids be
Yeah.
who they want to
Just
be.
give them the freedom to express themselves.
Right.
I think my
Instead of
sister,
giving them
my sister,
rules.
one day we was out to breakfast, and I have my niece Heaven, and she marches to the beat of her own drum. That's what I tell people about heaven. Heaven is just heaven, and heaven was the waiter brought the straws back to the table for our drinks, and it was a purple straw, and she wanted the purple straw.
Yeah.
And her mother said, "Put that straw back. That's not your straw." I said, "No, let her have the straw. Why not? She knows what she wants. We got to stop them from saying you can't have something.
Right.
'Cause that becomes ingrained in their subconscious.
Yeah, like you see these white kids and they in the mall with the pajamas on. You're like, why? I would never let my kid.
Right.
Exactly. You would never let your kid do nothing.
Your kid might be
Right.
starting a new trend or something. You just
Right.
don't know.
It's true. Right. It's just giving them the freedom to be themselves. But sometimes they take it too far.
Yeah, sometimes they do.
They'll let them. You heard about the kid doing a gender change at 5?
Wow.
Yeah, it's like
You're not ready for that yet.
you don't know yourself. Like you don't know
My parents
what a
was,
boy or girl is. So
Well, again, the TV raising them now, man. They see the stuff on TV. They start to say, okay, that's how. And this is a different time because we didn't have that kind of opportunity to be to be exposed to certain things. These kids nowadays are a lot more advanced. You see their cartoons, a lot different than ours. A lot different. We had
they're
the
adult
cartoons.
cartoons practically.
Yeah. It's the craziest. Yeah,
Wow. This is
it's real.
So what is the industry in 10 years from now?
Everything's gonna be on your phone. No more TVs.
no more TVs.
On your phone, you might be looking at it on your wrist.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Ooh,
A
the
hologram.
watches.
Right? A hologram.
Might be a hologram. I mean, that's what they're saying. The next iPhones and stuff is supposed to be using hologram. This
Really?
may be the next
Oh, we're
technology.
gonna be flying by then. We have flying cars.
Well,
man.
they have no car. They have no driverless cars
Yeah,
now,
the
right?
Tesla. Yeah, I was in the car with Palmer Williams last week,
Mhm.
and he smashed the gas on the Tesla. That thing just shot off, and that terrified me. If I was like, I start grabbing, what the hell's going on?
Like that.
But then he did the thing where there's no driver. I couldn't trust that.
What did he
Put it
do?
on automatic,
It was driving
driving
literally.
by itself.
Wait, really?
The
In
Tesla
Atlanta?
Yeah, I'm sitting right there. He like in the car just start driving on the side.
He's not even
Like cruise
looking.
control.
Yeah,
He's not even looking
you
at the
don't have
road.
to touch it. You don't have to touch it.
Cruise control.
So he's not even looking at the road.
No, you don't have to.
Wait, what?
You can
He
see.
like Palmer got a car like this right now.
You have to take it to make sure you're not asleep. Yeah, the Tesla drives itself. That's Janelle has one. She has a Tesla. It drives itself.
Really?
Yeah, it drives. They
And
already
it's
got it.
gasless?
Yeah, you just plug it in. It charges for like a couple of hours. You plug it in. Yeah, and they got charging stations throughout the whole country.
Yeah. In the Atlanta station, you see him.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It is crazy because we are moving to that world where I tell you we're gonna be flying around in cars soon. It's
All right,
coming.
so what should we do for the movie business? Because we want to make movies. So what should we be doing? Like, how can we be like proactive in terms of?
we're writing and shooting for cheap.
Make movies.
Yeah, you got to just like right
Keep
now.
going.
People shoot movies on their iPhones. There's no excuse. There's no excuse.
I mean, it sounds good, but really, can we do it now?
Yeah, you see that there's that thinking again. The purple straw. Here's the thing.
Did Bentley not shoot a whole commercial on an iPhone?
Yeah, I think you got to change the game.
So why are we trying to get cannons for them D boys?
Well, that's my next my next suggestion for that was going to be if we don't get the budget, we shoot it for whatever we get.
Right.
No more ifs ands. 4 minutes. That's what that was our style. We can't abandon that.
10 years ago.
Yeah, I know we can't. But everything we've done since then has been the same. But we started to think we needed money.
I
You
thought
gotta
we
shoot.
need. Yeah, I thought we.
Like Castle Ridge, we didn't need all
Upgrade.
that money. Ivy League, I spent a lot of money on that movie. We didn't need all that money, but
Right.
the Hollywood system has told us that we did.
Right.
We don't.
Well, the Hollywood is changing now.
Yeah. They're more apt to saying yes to things that 10 years ago they wouldn't say yes to.
But then distribution, like, well, how do we shoot it? Cool, we get it, we shot it. I got it on my phone, my computer.
Right.
Where does it go after that?
Like that girl. What's the girl that did the show Chewing Gum? It's on Netflix. I'm not a fan of it. People love that show.
Really?
And
You
you
seen
saw
it?
it? It's on Netflix, but it's about a girl who basically is a Christian and wants to have sex. That's her whole thing.
Okay.
And they saw it, and I think the BBC picked it up. It was a play at first, and they turned it into a series, and they had a huge following. People love it. And it's to me, it's just
Yeah, but it's
weird.
on Netflix.
Hmm?
It's on Netflix.
Yeah, well, you act like that's a bad thing.
No, that's a
No.
great thing. What I'm saying is, how do we get it to Netflix?
Well, you have to, you got to shoot it first and start pitching to people.
I think we as black writers and entertainers, I think we need to change our content.
Well, I got to give a big shout out to Donald Glover, man, for changing the game with Atlanta.
Atlanta.
I didn't
Congrats
see
with
it at
that.
first.
That's
I think
amazing.
the content is like when you see a movie. I haven't seen Fences. When you see a movie like Hidden Figures,
Mhm.
the content was such a turn off the beaten path.
Not necessarily. They make movies like
Black mathematicians,
Well, no, this is Black
Right.
history. It's going to be.
but it was about. I didn't
didn't know
know
that.
black women worked at NASA.
Right.
There's tons of stories like that. There's tons of stories
Exactly,
like
but we don't. All we waiting to make documentaries of musicians.
that. Or
That's all we do.
No,
True.
what we do. No, what
Or-
we, no,
or athletes.
Slavery.
a slave movie.
Or athletes.
Yeah.
So for them to take that,
I loved it.
I loved it.
I loved it too.
And every black teenager, female should see that. Like,
Totally.
wow, I didn't know I could be a mathematician.
There's been movies like that. Like Something the Lord Made was the movie Most Def did years ago. They did the Tuskegee
Yeah.
Band.
With,
They've
that
done those are
doctor.
historical movies
What's his
that
name? It was
are
had a
now
girl
just coming to
named
light. Yeah,
Vicky.
yeah, just now coming to light, man. Like even Bessie was that type of movie.
Mhm.
It was that type of movie because it talks about the Harlem Renaissance.
Mm.
Bessie was the type of movie that did. It's so many stories like that. So there's no lack of stories. Like to me, I think that.
But
if
I think we need to be talking about on our level. What can we do? So should
Yeah, I mean,
we be
yeah.
making web
I put it like
series
this.
like
I put it
that?
like this. I look at web series. I check out web series all the time,
Uh-huh.
and I would say 75% of them is about relationships.
I'm so sick of that.
Like, we ain't even half of us ain't even in a relationship, and you
It's
talk
like that
about relationships all the
romantic
time. Like,
comedy thing.
how many
tired of
times
it.
we gonna do this?
Yeah.
I'm tired of that.
Everybody in there, that's all they want to talk about is relationship.
Trying to get married. I'm tired of that.
The numbers don't even add up. Ain't enough men out here for all y'all to get married. So stop. Seriously.
I think too. Like I watched. Like I'm such a different. I'm off the beaten path when it comes to stuff I watch. I watched this movie the other night called The Babadook. It was a horror film. And it pretty much starred two people, the mom and the son, the entire movie.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was dope. It was different. It was a different movie. I don't want to spoil because I think y'all should watch it because it'll just make you look at the horror genre different. It was the whole possession type movie where just people in this house, the dad's died, and the son and the mom is still in the house, and she reads them this bedtime story about the Babadook, and it's this horror. It's like this big guy with a hat on, these long nails or whatever, and he's dark, and that's all you see. Anyway, the little kid wakes up his mom in the middle and says, Mom, the Babadook's under my bed. So she has to keep going, there's nothing under your bed. Would you stop doing it? She's not getting sleep at night. She's suffering at work. The little at one point, I was like, she got to get rid of that little kid. That little kid needs to be adopted or something. He's got to go. Put him up for adoption. But the whole twist of the film at the end of the movie was so dope because the little boy was preparing to fight this thing. He was building weapons to fight this thing.
He was it.
No.
Yeah.
The mom got possessed by it. It really did exist.
Uh,
The mom got possessed by it, and then she started to change. When I tell you she became the bad guy in that movie really quick because she was possessed, it was such an awesome performance. But here's the kicker. And it's spoiler alert if anybody's going to watch the movie. Spoiler alert. At the end of the
over
movie,
years.
she finally fought the thing off, got it out of her, and the thing kind of went down in the basement or whatever. So it got out of her. Yeah. No, they didn't move. They started to feed it and take care of it at the end. It was such a different type of possession film because normally possession films, what happens?
Yeah.
Oh, they get them out, everything's back to normal, whatever.
Yeah.
But this was because the Badu said, "I'm not leaving. I'm not going nowhere."
They couldn't break their lease.
She started taking care of it. You got to see the film. It was such a dope movie. It was different. I like movies that give me a different.
Yeah.
But there's only two
But
people.
the thing about it is you got to be creative. You got to
well,
think
M. Night
of that.
Shyamalan, he's very creative. He did a movie last year called The Visit. I thought was really good. The two grandparents. It wasn't nothing but Hansel and Gretel going to see their grandparents. He turned it upside down. That's what he did.
Let me ask you this.
No.
You see The Visit?
No.
Nana and Pop Up. You better see that.
Oh, that's where they put you get in the stove. Okay, I saw the
It was
commercials
such
for
a
that.
unique twist on that film.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this: Is it that we're not creative, or is the different stuff that we do doesn't get greenlit?
Well, if you do a black horror film, it automatically has to be a comedy, and that's the problem.
Okay.
I asked Will Packer one time. I said, "What does it take for black people to make a horror film?" Well, the only thing we came up with is that your kids have to be involved somehow, because that's the only thing black folks staying in a haunted house for. Like if your kids were in a house, trapped in a house, you ain't leaving without your kids, right?
So what you're saying is, if this is a black horror house, we getting out of this.
Oh,
so the
as
film's
soon as-
only gonna be 5
Let me tell you
minutes.
something.
Right. It don't,
Let me tell you something.
There's no
The
film.
minute I heard something in the hallway closing doors, come on, we packing up. First thing in the morning. We leaving that night. We ain't waiting until the morning. We leaving that night. Black folks, we gotta hold
But
it.
do
We not
black-
going like if something's in that wall right there, we're not going to investigate.
No, let me ask
Going out
you
here
a
and call the
question
police,
though.
huh?
Do black writers and filmmakers have to hire black actors?
I think that's another thing. I think that's another thing. You're right. Like, let's write stuff that's ambiguous to color.
I think that's I write like that. I don't want to write
Right.
movies that are just for us because I think that we limit ourselves. I write movies that are for anybody and then cast black actors. That's smart. Like I like this movie coming out called Get Out. I think that's gonna be dope. Have you seen the trailer for that?
How does it go?
Oh, what Peele? I think from Key and Peele. wrote it.
Yeah. That's
About
amazing.
That looks so.
the
dope.
guy with the multi.
No, you're talking about Split. You're talking about Split. I'm talking about the movie.
No,
where,
Split. I want to see that. That's out now.
It's M. Night Shyamalan. It comes out tomorrow.
That looks good. I love that
the
actor.
game-
What's his name again?
That's
Newton.
No, the guy that plays in that James McAvoy, I think. Yeah,
He played
McAvoy.
in Blood Diamonds.
Yeah, he was Professor X in the X-Men movies.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I love him.
James
He's
McAvoy.
amazing.
But no, it's this movie called Get Out where this white guy, this black guy's with a white girl and
Yeah,
he's in a
yeah,
racial
yeah,
couple and they
yeah,
go
yeah.
see the family and this
See
other
her
black
family,
Yeah, this
and
other
everybody
black
that
kid
works for the family is black.
and they acting crazy. That looks
He doesn't
so
know they're acting
dope.
crazy until
That looks so
You
dope. I
realize
can't wait.
they're
I hope
acting
they give
crazy.
away too. But the actor in it that plays the main character, I saw him in another series called Black Mirror, which you all should see. Black Mirror, it's incredible.
Oh, they just won an award, right?
Oh, they should. Man, that
Yeah.
episode was so dope. But he's a great actor. The guy that plays the lead in
No, that
Get
was
Out.
Moonlight.
Yeah.
That was Moonlight. Did you
And
see
Moonlight.
Moonlight?
I hadn't seen it yet. No. Janelle Monáe invited me to a screening for that night. I had a class that night, so I couldn't attend.
Well, the bottom line is we got to keep going. We got to keep pushing.
Absolutely, it won't stop.
Keep
We all
having
want,
faith.
we all want diamond encrusted D-boy shirts.
You will have one, bro.
We got to get it. Yeah.
Oh, you will have. So look out for D-boy. We're not speaking on D-boys. Oh, y'all. It'll
coming.
It's coming.
Coming
I'm not talking about it. I ain't posting about it. It's
We
happening.
know we got a
Right.
great studio location now if we need it.
Exactly.
Yeah, this is great.
A studio. We need a studio.
No, we have.
I know 'cause
And
we got a recording artist in the movie, right, in the show. Bleezy does his own song. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, so we got a spot now.
Let me fix my radio.
So every week we're gonna be here talking about
There it is. Real stuff. Just
Real
the realness.
stuff.
Everything that's happening.
right,
Life, industry,
Conspiracy theories.
sports,
politics,
Yes.
politics,
music, these
Yes.
actors,
kids.
Everything that's involved
Relationships.
around life, man.
everything that's involved around life. Exactly. Just helping you to get up and smile.
And be that place you can come and just let some steam off and have a good time, but also tackle some pretty serious topics for the industry.
Right. Definitely. So Industry Scoop, y'all. Check us out next week.
I'm Sean Larkins.
Wayne Boyd.
Kenya Nooks.
I'll be
We
back.
out.